What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boston Clan. Let's jump right into it real quick. And apparently, Oscar De La Hoya says, contrary to y'all beliefs in these reports coming out, that this fight isn't a shoe-in. Negotiations aren't close, and he's saying because Gennady Golovkin won't bend over and just take the deal the way the deal is being presented to him. And I'm not saying I got any special intel or whatever, but I guess he's saying this over social media. Shout out to Boxing News 24 for capturing the story. And he's saying this over social media, I guess. And Eric Gomez is being the good cop, as the article suggests, which I'll link into the description. And then you go to their social media accounts and, figure things out. But, Eric Gomez saying it's being close. But then Oscar said it ain't close. But what's going on is now Gennady Golovkin wants to grow a backbone. And I pretty much pieced it together. This is just my 2 cents on it, my spin on it. I think the hang-up is Gennady Golovkin does not want this fight to go back to Las Vegas. It was a report that, that it could be Vegas or New York. It's not going to be New York at all. I believe the Dallas Cowboy hypothesis, Cowboy Stadium, AT&T Stadium to be exact, hypothesis before I believe Canelo was going to New York. Canelo is not going out east. You know what I mean? He's not. He's going to stay close to that Mexican border and get as much fans as possible. And Oscar said the amenities and the high rollers in Vegas is the reason why he's able to upcharge the tickets and make more revenue. Golovkin wants to bring it to his home away from home in New York, but he don't have no pull. He gave up all his power when he let Oscar dictate that he don't fight Billy Joe Saunders to become undisputed champion in Kazakhstan. And why it don't matter for Canelo is beefing with the WBC. He don't care about becoming undisputed, none of that. He's not electing to fight for Gennady Golovkin's WBC title anyway. So he doesn't care. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't care about becoming undisputed because he's not fighting for the title. He's beefing with the WBC. He felt that they forced him to negotiate with Golovkin and hand over his belt while he was going through a lawsuit with All-Star Boxing, which we went over several times before. But I think that's the hanging point. It seems like K2 and Gennady Golovkin does not want to fight in Vegas. They even have Mauricio Suleiman talking about fighting in Mexico City and fighting in Texas, which is just as bad as Vegas when you know your history with Mexican boxers in Texas. But, apparently Golovkin knows it as well. He's trying to get it to New York City, and he's trying to probably play hardball, like take it or leave it. And Golovkin has an excellent backup plan, though. He does. I understand that he wants to kind of, this next fight, if they do fight in a rematch, it's kind of a 2-for-1, in a sense of a way. And what I mean, it's kind of like 1 for 2. Excuse me. Like this one fight would be categorized as 2, as far as solidifying that what most fans believe he beat Canelo in the first fight, beating him in this fight convincingly, stopping him or dog walking him to the brink of no return, would make it seem like the draw was never even a draw on his record. It was just solidified that what most fans believe he beat Canelo Alvarez. And that's why it's so important for him. But if he wants to play hardball with Canelo, I would. Because without him, Canelo can't get a title shot if he goes and beat Billy Joe Saunders and Gennady Golovkin. So if I'm Golovkin and I don't want to fight in Vegas and that's their stance to fight in Vegas, I walk away. I walk away. Call Billy Joe Saunders. It's already a deal in place for them to fight in Kazakhstan. Maybe they want to switch it up now. A lot of people viewed the fight with Danny Jacobs from Golovkin in Kazakhstan. It was like a big number. And they got the money down packed. It's already negotiated out. Billy Joe Saunders is happy with his purse. And I would go after Undisputed. I would stop trying to bend over and try to please Golden Boy Oscar De La Hoya win. In reality, they have no leverage over Gennady Golovkin. When will him and Tom Lawford and K2 recognize that? If he go fights Billy Joe Saunders, he has all the belts. And even if you go fight Jermell Charlo or whatever, you ask the WBC for exception to fight Billy Joe Saunders become undisputed, and they can put Jermell Charlo, which already sounds like him and Hugo Centennial Jr. is a done deal for the interim title belt. I'm pretty sure all parties will be fine because the Hugo Centennial Jr. and Jermell Charlo winner will have a shot at being undisputed if Gennady Golovkin chooses to keep fighting and keep all the belts. So it makes their fight just that much better. Every party's happy except for Canelo. What does Canelo have hanging over Golovkin's head other than a draw that most people thought Golovkin won? Nothing. He don't even have a belt. You have all the belts in your possession, and they'll be begging you. And if they want to go ahead and fight David Lemieux and fight whoever else they want to fight on HBO, go ahead. Do what you're going to do. But at the end of the day, you're not a champion. You could be the ring belt champion all day. It's not a real belt. You the champion. Golovkin need to realize that he has the leverage and the leverage that he has and walk away. Even if Golovkin walked away and moved up or didn't fight Billy Joe Saunders, Canelo Alvarez ain't fighting Billy Joe Saunders for that WBO title because they know that movement, he gonna spank on Canelo, and it's gonna be a tough fight. So it's time for Gennady Golovkin to open his eyes and stop bending over for a company that don't have nothing. And Golden Boy book Canelo Alvarez. And I know the purse was nice fighting Canelo. Go make history, man. You already passed up a chance to make history before last June because of what Oscar De La Hoya said, who ain't got no clout. That little $5-6 million you made, man, go make history. Ain't nobody gonna remember you for drawing and beating Canelo Alvarez more. They gonna remember you in the history books for getting all the belts. Go make history. Stop trying to make these guys, stop trying to appease these guys, man. Stop trying to please the guys that don't want to be pleased. They don't want to fight you. They don't. They'd rather not fight you. They'd rather you walk away and go with your belts. Forget that ring belt. That don't make you undisputed. Canelo ain't the real lineal champion. He needs to open his eyes up and get a better management team, man. Because Golovkin's management team is piss poor. And that's factual. It's facts. And he letting Oscar dictate. Oscar don't have nothing outside of Canelo Alvarez right now that's popping. And Golovkin has all the power in the middleweight division. But he can't see it. Why are they still negotiating? If they don't want to fight, if they don't want to fight in Texas, in his own country, in Mexico, and they don't want to fight in New York City, and they want to keep it in Vegas, move on. Billy Joe Saunders waiting for you to ring that phone, and the deal is already pretty much done with Billy Joe Saunders. The money is split. He's happy and willing. And go make history. If you really believe in your ability, go fight that man in your home country, or fight that man in the UK, or fight that man here. Ain't nobody gonna hold that Canelo win over your head. It was a close fight. Most people believe you won. And I'm pretty sure Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya is gonna come back right around with you and try to make a fight with you, because while you got all the belts, the road go through you. They not trying to fight Charlo. They not trying to fight Andrade. They not trying to fight Danny Jacobs. They probably gonna try to fight Ryota for the regular WBA belt and become your mandatory or something like that. You feel me? But they can do that. Become the mandatory. Wouldn't the purse big? I get the higher split. It's time for Golovkin to put his stance down and put his foot down. Make Canelo go fight Dave Lemieux on Cinco de Mayo. Because if Dave Lemieux would be Billy Joe Saunders, this wouldn't even need to be a discussion. Canelo would be fighting Dave Lemieux. It's been signed, sealed, and delivered right now, man. When Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo doing, it's criminal, man. It's criminal. They punks. Real talk, they punks. And I have respect for